It's Chris Beyer.
Chris Bowling.
CB, it is summertime. It's time of the year when we start meeting with our clients to prepare for the coming plan year. We're already thinking 2024 now in early August, and we were even in July.
Yes.
So I know we like to try to meet with our clients multiple times a year, but definitely mid-year to figure out how things are progressing, what new strategies we want to put in place, what do we want to tune up. But I think there's probably three areas that we've talked about the most as we've been doing and continuing to do those mid-year reviews. And I know one of those is be ready for the increase in care utilization on a health plan.
Right.
I mean, what are we seeing? I mean, a lot of people going back to doctors to get things done now.
Yeah, just seems like, I mean, yes, everyone's going to have those 2 or 3 big claims, but it seems like we've got 10 people that are having claims, but they're not getting above that specific deductible. Yeah. So I would agree. I think people are either they're doing more wellness checks, which is then leading to some, additional care. But yeah, it seems like a really weird claims year,
I think we've said that for our self-funded health plans and our fully insured plans since COVID hit, but it was like the drop in care in 2020, 21 was a spike in care because of major catastrophic. Last year was fairly level, and I think going into this year and into next, like you said, it's maybe people are back into that routine of care, and it's like, okay, now it's time for me to get that surgery done or get that scan done, take care of myself. But that means that we're going to see probably a spike in claims, which prepare for higher renewal, but also just prepare for a higher budget as we're talking through with our clients. Just that discussion now to be ready for what 24 might hold, or even the second half of this year.
I agree. I'd say the second thing that you and I continue to talk about is pharmacy. I mean, pharmacy is, I don't care, fully insured, self-funded, large group, mid-sized group, everyone is dealing with the same issue around pharmacy. And just what was 5% of their total budget is 20, 30, 40% of their total budget now.
Yeah, and it's, I think that topic will continue to evolve. We've discussed it a couple of times this year of, different new drugs coming out as we've done our bottom line Thursdays. We've talked about expensive meds. We've talked about, replacement meds that are less costly. We've talked about some of our strategies, but this has to be a discussion with all of our clients, not just those that are self-funding their medical plan, where we're keeping very close eye on it, but we have several clients that are fully insured that have high cost medications that they're considering self-funding because they can get some control over that aspect of their spend, which, 5 years ago that we would have talked about that. We would have said, no, you're a bad risk. Where now it's like, man, we can find a better way to purchase that pharmaceutical. It might be worth looking to self-fund now if everything else is in line. So I think that's a topic that we've had in multiple meetings coming up.
Yeah. And then,
the third one, go ahead.
Budgeting, right? I mean, right now is that time of the year. It's okay. How have we performed so far?
Right.
In 23. And then, I think of our call last week where we spent a lot of time, you were talking about plan designs. Do those fit the budget? Do they fit your culture? Do you want to consider doing X, Y, or Z?
Yes.
And I think that has been a big conversation, but I know you've got another topic as well.
It's back to the administrative efficiency. We've seen a lot of changeover in different roles within our client base, HR moving, financial teams moving around, different jobs, retirements. I think there's been a resurgence in how do we make sure that the non-insurance aspect of our benefit program is running smoothly. Benefits administration, better customer service for the members so that they have an advocate. Just even talking about how we reduce the number of steps it takes for, that new hire to be onboarded, and how can that be more automated. I feel that the HR and benefits teams are feeling that burden now that we're leveling out from those COVID years, that now it's like, okay, we really want to take a hard look at how can we take things off our plate and how can we make things run smoother so we can focus more time on working with our employees, recruiting employees, and not so much in the day-to-day paper shuffle.
Well, and I don't think you and I have had, in the last 12 months, we've had more clients ever change their payroll software or platform, which then creates sometimes it's a good switch because we know there are some payroll vendors that are friendly with Ben admin systems, or they want to use their own Ben admin systems. But yeah, I mean, it seems like in the last 3 months, you and I have poured a ton of energy into helping our clients who've moved into a different payroll system. And once again, how do we make that new system efficient? Because now it's going to be better for them for payroll, but sometimes it's not better to get EDI connections or to make sure it's syncing, seamlessly. So yeah, there's a lot of challenges out there.
I would say the last one that we've talked about is it's both with our clients, but also with some prospective clients, is we've got a new leadership team. How does compliance impact us? We just had a client go through one more compliance tune-up with our team. That the client's been with us for a number of years, but the person in that role is new to the organization. And it was good to see that they hadn't made any missteps.
Right.
Our team was taking time to say, this is why we're doing this, and here's what we prepared for you 5 years ago. It's still valid or it's not, because not all of that gets transitioned when a new person comes into the organization. It's
right.
Not like that there's a whole module that gets handed over. And we're hearing that from our clients, but then also a couple of prospective clients that help us understand how we've evolved and how these compliance regulations impact us from an ability to be more efficient and avoid penalties and do things well. There's nothing brand new. I mean, we've been talking about these things for years. I think it's the order of priority that's shifting. So a lot of claims are going to go up. How do we control pharmacy? Making sure that budgeting is good, administrative solutions are there. And then how does compliance impact us in these new roles?
Yeah, agree. It's that time of the year, folks.
It is. If you're not meeting, start meeting. Ask for that conversation, because we've got it. We are ready to assist, and I think all employers need to have that viewpoint of 2024 is not too far away.
Yeah, love it. Thank you for sharing today.
Yeah, good to see you.
All right, we'll see you.
Thanks.